All right, so let's do this. Let's get it started. Again, we have one case of Gypsy Queen 2019, one mini case of Onyx Preferred Players baseballs, and two of these Onyx Lumber Collection baseball bats. Those bats have either a autograph bat, which could be a generic, or sometimes they'll have the player model replicas in there. Or could be a gamer. All right, we pulled some cool stuff out of those in the past. I even still have a few of those because, you know, sometimes, no matter how many times I say which teams could get the memorabilia, they don't get taken, and I end up with them. I'm glad somebody grabbed the White Sox. I always have the vibe that the White Sox are like going to hit big in Onyx because they're so deep on the checklist. So, what do I think about Bryce Harper going to Philadelphia? Well, I'm a Mets fan, so I kind of hope that he fails to live up to the expectations of that contract. But in all seriousness, I think that was a good move for the Phillies. I think Harper projects to 40-plus home runs in that stadium. So if he's going to be worth $330 million, it's probably one of the top three places that he could have gone. And with the Yankees not showing interest in him, it was probably the top place he had left. How much are the bats for a personal? They're $225. So $225 for a personal on the baseball bats. And Onyx only makes, I think, 100 of them every year. And I think I have 15 more left. So here we go. Gypsy Queen coming out. Trying to come out. They're stuck. Gypsy Queen case is a little constipated right now, so. All right. 2 and 1. 17,000 a swing. Yeah, and he misses on most of them. I mean, that's not knocking Bryce Harper. Most players nowadays miss on most swings, don't they? All right. So again, until we show the first hit, you can still get in on this one, but there's only two teams left. The Cardinals are 75, the Rays are 85, and if somebody wants to grab both, just make it an even 150. All right. Cardinals are 75, Rays are 85, and if somebody wants to grab both, an even 150 will do. And once we show the first hit, that is it. We'll change the ticker to another break that we're looking to push, hopefully for tomorrow night, and that'll be Gold Standard Football. So 7 boxes of that, 1 box of Donruss Elite, and we need about 10 more teams in order to run that bad boy. So here we go. We got our chrome box toppers. That will get us started. And here we go. So we have Ozzie Albies for the Bravos. Again, these fetch a decent amount, these box toppers. Yadier Molina. Try to change camera angle, less glare. There we go. For the Cardinals there. Cardinals, one of the teams still left. There you go, Yadier Molina. That's already a few bucks into the pool there. And then gold. And he pitched golden yesterday. Noah Syndergaard, numbered 13 out of 50 for the METS Mets. That's kind of like it. That's kind of like a cheap hit right there, you know. I wouldn't even say a cheap hit. Out of 50 is not bad. Thor. Bring in the Thunder. That's an honorable mention card. Let's do this. Oh, there'll be a lot of sorting going on tonight and tomorrow. All right, I just got to find my spot here for where the short prints and parallels go. I like to show them off first because usually if I got a big stack of cards in my hand, they're actually somewhat easy to miss sometimes. So Javier Baez, fortune teller card. Yeah, I know where they're at. Anybody sign him yet? So we got Jacob deGrom, who didn't pitch so golden the other night. He had a little bit of a rough outing, but hey, it's the first time he had a rough outing in a long time. Shoot, he hadn't given up a run in almost 30 innings, so he got shellacked a little bit. I'm sure he'll bounce right back. Gleyber Torres, fortune teller. So again, there's only 2 teams left. Cardinals at 75, Rays at 85. Somebody wants to close this and make it a sellout. I will do 150 on the pair. It's you know, him and Kimbrel, that bothers me a little bit. But I don't know if they've had offers and turned them down or not. All right. So, Scott, this is exactly what I was talking about. Pirates going to get the first short print. So we have a logo swap. Again, the Gypsy Queen logo, usually front and center in the circle. And the logo swap is they swap it out for the picture of the Gypsy Queen. So there's our first short print parallel out of the gate. And the last case, the Pirates were real busy. I think we had like 3 or 4 short prints for the Pirates. Yeah, I figured I'm sure he's gotten a few offers. But I don't know if they were serious offers or not. You know what? If they're serious offers and you just really want more, I think it's the point now where you just take what you can get. And who is this? We don't know because there's no name on it, right? So Austin Meadows. So now we pulled a decent card for the Cardinals and a decent card for the Rays. Yeah, I figured a few teams have been out there in the running. So Rays now have a no-name. Usually you see one of those per box. Is it 1 or 2? Hold on a second. Yeah, missing nameplate, 1 out of 21 odds. Logo swaps are 1 in 29. So most boxes will have a logo swap, and most boxes will have 1 nameplate. Occasionally you see 2. A lot of times in those rare cases you do see 2, it's usually a short print, and those are extra nice because those odds are pretty tough. So we got Zunino, Riddle, Bueller. Does my thermostat need batteries? I don't think so. Why? Astudillo, Buster Posey, Ser Anthony Dominguez, Yoan Moncada, got Ryan Baruki, Jose Ramirez, Matt Carpenter, The display is flashing? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to take a look. We might have just put it on pause because we had the door open. 2 days in a row, back to back, cooking on the grill. It's a little cold, but it's warm by the fire. So, Adam Simber, Jacob deGrom. Chris Bryant. H to the Izzo, Anthony Rizzo. And that's stack number 1. All right, so there is our first hit. Going to be coming out. So if you were looking to get in on this one, Cardinals, 75. Rays, 85. And, yeah, it was like in the 40s at practice today. Upper 40s, but it was still the 40s. We got Christian Yelich, blue parallel on the fortune teller. Blue or indigo, whatever it is. So, Christian Yelich. Let's put that on the bottom of the pile. Yeah, Trout is the highest played player, hands down. Before, Bryce Harper, I think, had the largest contract. But as far as an annual deal, Machado's was more. And then Zach Greinke was the highest. So pitcher, it was the position players for Harper and Machado. And then Greinke's was the biggest pitching deal annually, and that one was a little bit bigger. There's Chris Davis, who's already got like 7 home runs, I think. But no, now Trout is the money king. And honestly, I don't see anybody beating that contract for a long time because he's Mike Trout. I think that was a friendly extension, if you ask me. I think he could have gotten $500 million easy on the free market. And as much as that is, and as tight as wallets have been, I think there probably would have been like 5 or 6 teams lined up ready to offer that. Luxury tax implications or not. Luis Guillorme, Clayton Kershaw, Francisco Lindor, and we got Kyle Schwarber, 45 out of 250. That is very possible. I think he's already ahead of that pace, isn't he? It's pretty rough, pretty rough. So we got Joey Lucchesi, Brandon Lowe, rookie card there. And Luis Urias, another key rookie in this year's Gypsy Queen. Nimmo, Bradley, Strasburg, Severino, whose injury woes continue. The news got a little worse. I guess it's going to be at least 6 weeks now, right? If not longer. So Severino, like about a month after signing these extensions. So these friendly extensions, all right, there's still business risks too for the teams. You know, what if Severino ends up missing out the whole year? They could have been paying him minimum money, and now you look at the total of the contract, and it's just that much more. Billy McKinney, Whit Merrifield, Ahmed Rosario, Shohei Ohtani. There's Kimbrel right there. Exit. There's got to be a team out there looking to give him an entrance, all right? And let's not get too deep with the exit entrance thing, okay? Mike Fiers, George Springer, Trevor Richards, Ryan O'Hearn. Kimbrel, one of the best closers of this generation. All right, Mo Rivera retired 5 years ago. So out of this, last decade of closers, Kimbrel probably tops on the list. And there's the first hit, my friends. And it's going to go to the Oakland A's, Daniel Mengden and his snazzy mustache. So Daniel Mengden, hit number 1. So I guess nobody wanted to take up on that offer. Last chance to get in this break. Cardinals, 75. Rays, 85. I'm going to delete it. Once I show the first card from the next stack, then that's it. I'll do the pair for 150. Again, Cardinals, 75. Rays are 85. Or I'll do the pair for 150. That time is pretty much up. So now, scrolling at the bottom of your screen, it's going to be the remaining teams for this break here. It's 1 box of Donruss Elite and 7 boxes of Gold Standard Football. I mean, right now these are going for like, depending on where you're looking, like $250, $275 a box. So we're looking to bust some of those open and maybe hit some of those big rookies from 2018. We've been hitting them all year. Let's get something cool out of Gold Standard. Oh, Matt's pulled it out tonight? Matt's was pitching today, right? He's on my fantasy, I think. Matt's looked great. Yeah, he's looked great so far this year. Wheeler, not so much, but Matt's has been awesome. It's very exciting news. Very exciting. So Mets look good. You know, there was a lot of question marks at the beginning of the season. Their performance hasn't looked so great, but on paper, there's just so much making the Mets look like a solid team. Injuries have probably been the main culprit in the lack of success the Mets have had since going to the World Series a few years ago. And now they've got health and youth on their side. All right, Nimmo's come around, Conforto's come around, Rosario and Dominic Smith may follow. All right, Jeff McNeil, just one of those under the radar guys, and I think he's very much overlooked. He's a guy that could hit 330 this year. You know, you look at what he did at the minor league level. Acuna Matata. Got Ronald Acuna there. So here we go. How's about this? I'm going to keep the Rays and the Cardinals available until I show the next hit. $75 for the Cardinals. I want to sell out. I've been carrying 1 or 2 teams a lot lately. Let's sell this out. Who wants in? 75 for the Cardinals, 85 for the Rays, 150 for the pair. Jesus Aguilar struggling a little bit this year. Got Carlos Rodon, Paul Goldschmidt, JT Real Muto. Still showing up as a Marlin there, so the Philly cards probably soon to come. Philly did a lot of moves this offseason. You know, we're coming up 10 years now from their last big World Series performance. Are they getting ready for a return? It's only been 10 years. And quite a few miserable teams in between. Speaking of miserable, I hope Zach Wheeler picks it up because maybe the Mets need to get Dallas Keuchel. It's actually been talked about. I've seen that he's piqued the owner's interest or the general manager's interest. Ozzy Albies. There might even be the agent connection there. So, I don't know. We'll see. Vargas has been respectable so far. So maybe Wheeler needs a bump to the bullpen. Get himself straightened out. Hey, Scott, what did I tell you about these Pirates? And it's happening in this case, too. We're only on the first box here. 14 out of 50. So now to go with that logo swap, you got a black and white parallel numbered to 50 out of Josh Bell. You know, like I said, it's gonna be little by little on some of these teams that don't have major hits. But if you rack up these short prints and parallels on them, you know, they could actually turn out to be a decent deal. So Josh Bell out of 50. Hopefully that sophomore slump was just a one-season deal, and this year he is looking more like the rookie season that he had with a little more seasoning on him to boot. He could be a 30-home run guy. And we got Danny Jansen for the Jays. So that is missing the nameplate. I don't think all 10 boxes are going to have Pirates like that, but, you know, just need a few of them like that. Rowdy Tellez. This is the last chance. Does somebody want to buy into this break? 75 for the Cardinals. 85 for the Rays, both for 150. Going once. There's Kyle Tucker. Going twice. Here come the judge. Not sold. He's trying to give a gift here, too. I would have started you off with a Jake Bauers autograph. I try to be nice. Well, I already have one, so now I got two. Whatever. This one's also a logo swap, and it's numbered 1 out of 99. Sorry, not sorry. I tell you, I want you guys to get the hits. Jake Bauers, 1 out of 99 for the Rays. Again, his actual base card, I think, goes to the Indians. But, you know, usually they print the autograph stuff out first because they got to send it out to the players. And that stupid trade hadn't happened yet. It was good for the Indians, if you ask me. But I don't know why the Rays took on all that extra salary and got rid of a guy who could be a star. You know, and some guys it doesn't click, you know, right away. Kyle Tucker, same issue this year. Didn't even click in spring training. But I think Kyle Tucker and Jake Bauers both have good futures in this game. So, I don't know what the 99 goes for. I'd have to look that up. Send me a personal message, and I'll get back to you either after the break or if it might be like 2 o'clock in the morning when we're done with this. So maybe I'll message you tomorrow. So again, that was a logo swap, and it was numbered 1 out of 99. Box toppers. We hit some real nice box toppers first round. Stuff number. We had a Chris Bryant to 5. I want to say we had a Gleyber Torres numbered to 10 or something like that. Somebody was numbered to 10. So this box is not going to have a numbered one. I think we had a numbered refractor in 10 of the 12 boxes last time. That's not a bad one, though. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. I think the Angels will take that. Eric Hosmer for the New Look Padres. And Marcus Stroman. Gypsy green. All right, here we go. Box number 2. What we got there? Justin Verlander. Let's insert. So again, we got Gold Standard scrolling at the bottom of your screen here. We're hoping to run that tomorrow. I'm also hoping to run WWE tomorrow. I think those are our 2 strongest candidates for Friday night breaks. And you never know what else could enter into the mix. Nolan Arenado. We also have plenty of boxes available for personals. As always, usually we try to carry about, just like 100 different things. I don't want to be caught short-handed. Of course, it still happens all the time because you only get so much in allocations. But, hey, we got Prism Draft football still here. I keep forgetting I have those. So that's the one football box that I have available for personals. We got our regular short print here. Okay. So the regular short prints come at about an average of 1 per box, and they're generally retired players. Actually, no, they're not 1 per box this year. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, about 1 per box, 1 in every 24 packs. So most of them had one last time. I think we had 11 out of 12. I don't remember seeing a retired guy in the first box though. Must have missed it. So Ryan O'Hearn. Bryce Baby. Luis Guillorme. The tweet? No, I haven't checked my Twitter. Luis Urias. Anything good? Brandon Lowe. I was busy on Disgrace Book trying to get everybody notified about the break. Got Amen Rosario, Shohei Ohtani. There's Ohtani insert. If it's 1 of 1, it's 1 of a kind. Is it a photo of it, or is it the whole show from tonight? Baby Ruth. Babe Ruth short print. And that'll close out the first stack. Is that from Onyx Vintage? So inside every case of Onyx Vintage, there's a case hit. Actually, as much fun as an 89 Upper Deck Griffey graded is, um, it's not the biggest pull that you can get out of those case hits. So we have pulled in Platinum Elite in previous years stuff like a graded Thurman Munson rookie, a graded Nolan Ryan rookie, a graded Barry Bonds Topps Tiffany rookie, and a graded Tony Gwynn rookie, which would, believe it or not, be probably like the bottom of the barrel for those. We've also pulled physical cards every once in a while, but the physical cards usually aren't that good. You'd rather get a redemption. We had a Chris Sale first Bowman card, first Bowman Chrome blue to 150, which was kind of ironic because at the time we were doing a Marc-Down rebreak that had the blue auto BGS 9510. So the base one showing up was kind of ironic, but it's not a biggie. It's not a bad pull, especially out of a $40 box that gives you two autos. I mean, we pulled Wander Franco out of one of my boxes that I opened for myself the other day. I love that Onyx stuff. And I also had a red ink Noelvi Marte. So those were a couple decent pulls right there. Yes, you have to mail in the redemption to get the card. And actually, they also have redemptions for some of the prospects. I just got this one. So this is Diego Cartaya. I think this is actually his first trading card, too. And then you have to fill out the back and mail it into them, and then they'll send you your cards. Usually, it's going to depend. Now, I've redeemed stuff that they had been out for a long time already, so they had the stuff on hand, and it got sent within a week. Just going to matter if the athlete signed for them yet. So, red ink, I think is to 25. Green ink, I think is to 50. We pulled somebody a green ink the other day, and I don't remember who it is. There's a lot of good names in that set. Onyx does a real good job on the prospecting end. That's why I like to have their memorabilia items in the breaks, too. There's going to be some cool stuff in here. We got Luis Urias, fortune teller rookie. And his fortune is, although he has been primarily a second baseman, Urias will move seamlessly to shortstop in 2019 and lead National League rookies in batting average. So that's a bold fortune tell right there. So if anybody was wondering, if you actually read the back of the cards, that's what the fortune teller does. It tells you predictions from another parallel universe. And that's a numbered one. Yeah, Adele's in the checklist. Eloy Jimenez is on the checklist. Wander Franco, Noelvi Marte. There's a lot of big names on that checklist. This is a repeat of the last case. I'm just telling you right now. When I saw the first one, I had a feeling this might happen, and I tried to feed it. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like things without set odds. Plus, you never know. What if somebody's got like loaded dice or something like that? You know? I don't know. The only stacks I go for, they're made by Lay's. They're potato chips. And they're not on my diet, so I don't even go for those right now. Reds, 31 out of 250. Eugenio Suarez with the indigo. So, Rougned Odor. Jacob Nix. Charlie Blackmon. Dustin Pedroia. Kyle Tucker. Getting rowdy with Rowdy Tellez. Clayton Kershaw, the magician. If only he could make his back pains disappear, right? Joey Votto on Soto. Ooh, logo swap. Michael Brantley for the Astros. Michael Brantley. The Indians let him get away. And he is in Houston now to play. Huge dice. Were they fuzzy too? Or did they come out of a D&D set? Rays, Willie Adames. Last case we did, we had Bowers and Adames come out too. Well, if it's cut similarly, we had some good stuff come out of the last case. So, Willie Adames. And that's just the base auto. So, Rays trying to get their worth here. Nerf dice. Hey, whatever the, you know, I guess I gotta respect the gimmick, right? All right, there you go. Decent player auto there. Not a ka-ching, but a decent player auto. A guy that is one entertaining guy to watch for teams of his fans. I tried it once with randomizing teams using a one of those bingo cages, but it didn't work very well. It was a cheap one. I should have gotten a better priced one. JD Martinez. This was a long time ago. Those videos don't even exist because I used to broadcast off of oh man, I don't even remember what it was. Live stream. And they deleted videos and I never uploaded them to the computer, so. But yeah, I'd put 32 bingo balls in the thing, and that was, you know, back when we actually filled random breaks. So, way back when. So, I can respect the gimmick. I'm not a big fan of stacks. That's because a lot of people try them and don't always put cool stuff in them. You know, like the rebreak, which I've been a little bit crazy with the way Facebook has kind of limited our reach, so I try to. I got to do a lot of extra legwork, it seems, to get eyeballs on things lately. So there's a few things that are coming up that we're going to be talking about soon. All right, we had our hit of the year promotion. I got to get that back firing again. Michael Franco missing the nameplate for the Phillies. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it's not. Okay. Just missing the nameplate. I wasn't sure if that was like a throwback jersey, but I think they wear these sometimes now too, don't they? So it just depends. You know, there's a few guys out there that'll do it well, but I'd rather do like with the rebreak the way that we did it. You know, what did you guys think? Those of you who have seen one or both of those rebreaks, I mean, I think we packed a pretty decent punch. Got some big hits out there. Those only retailed for $34.95. It looks like last I checked on the voting, you guys want to see a $200 product with 150 envelopes. And we already announced that we were going to have a big card as the headliner, and it's going to be a 101 Saquon Barkley auto from last year's VIP gem boxes. So if that's not a chaser, I don't know what is. And we're going to end the way that we're going to do this next break, once I, the next rebreak, once I get around to publishing some of the details, it would never work for stacks. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to be able to do it in this room. That's how crazy it's going to be. I will need to take over my entire living room in order to do the next rebreak. That's how crazy it's going to be. So Albert Almora Jr., 36 out of 50 for the Cubbies, black and white. Christopher, why do you always bring bummer news? Who passed away? Chris is always like, oh, this person died. We can always count on you for a pick-me-up. So there's Jake Bauers, regular card rookie. And again, that does denote him in a Cleveland Indians uniform. There's Kike Hernandez, Jose Altuve, Victor Robles. Saw a signed autograph baseball of his just a few moments ago. And Royals, Whit Merrifield. Oh, Scott Sanderson, I remember him. He pitched for the Cubs. I want to say the Orioles. And maybe the Angels, too. Pitched for a few teams, if I remember correctly. Rest in peace, Scott. He's one of those names you recognize from all the junk era cards growing up. So, Whit Merrifield, Royals. Second hit out of box number 2. So now we be moving along to box number 3, right? No, wait. We need a little break. And I don't mean a 7-second dance break. Expos. Did he have a brother? I almost think he had a brother that pitched too. So what do you want to see first? Do you want to see one of these Onyx baseballs? That would make sense so that we can space them out at intervals. Or do you want to see one of the baseball bats right now? I'll give it 45 seconds for the vote. What do you want to see next? Continue with Gypsy Queen. Bust open one of these baseballs. Or get a little batshit crazy. So, got 2. Batman. mini helmet. I was waiting for that. I wasn't sure if you were still watching, Alex. I'd like to see some baseball mini helmets. Who's going to put those out? All right, I think it's pretty clear what we're going to see next. So we got the Onyx logo and tape on both sides of these. So we got to peel that off. Oh, we only got to peel it off one side. And then I just stuff some styrofoam peanuts in here and ship them out like this. I like to add the extra padding though. They don't come with that. That's Marc-Down love right there. We put some nuts in there with your bat. All right, who's bat number 1 going to be of? They do have a little tissue there. All right, looks like this one's going to be a generic model. So not a gamer. JSA certified. And it's got the rookie signature designation. All right, if you've ever seen those JSA tickets before. If not, you'll see one now. All right, so when somebody signs in their rookie year, you have what's called a signature debut ticket that they can get. I'm sure it costs extra money. Doesn't everything nowadays? Oh, this is an interesting one because I think this is somebody who was originally a prospect for one team and then moved around. So let me take a look-see here. All right. So this individual, 25 years old. He's actually been dealt around a couple times recently. His career started in 2016 with the Oakland A's. Played there for 2 years. Then got dealt off to the Texas Rangers. And then was a mid-season acquisition for the Baltimore Orioles, where he's still currently at. Renato Nunez. So again, Renato Nunez, autograph bat. And he's only 25. So even though he's just a tick under 250 lifetime average and only has 10 home runs, you know, he's only kind of played in drips and drabs anyway. But something to keep in mind there. So a rookie signature bat, JSA certified, and that is going to go to the Orioles. Now I'm going to tell you something a little crazy here, okay? There wasn't much for the Orioles in Gypsy Queen. The amount of money that was spent on the Orioles is about the same amount of money that shipping is going to cost on that bat. Orioles were available for 15 bucks. That was literally their one shot at glory. Not a bad deal for 15. So, you know, when you look at those cheap teams and you say, they're probably cheap for a reason. Yeah, they are. But you never know. And that's what makes them great to combo on the 3-team deals when we're offering those, right? So there you go, $15 bat. And a big stack of cards. Well, a little stack of cards. What do you think about that? Box number 3. Do NL pitchers sign bats? Yeah, they do. AL pitchers will sign them too. They'll sign whatever you want most of the time if you pay them the right amount of money. I mean, there are some guys with restrictions, but actually, I think 1 year Onyx had a Clayton Kershaw bat in one of their products, if I remember correctly. Load her up. Juan Soto. It's not a bad one there. Max Kepler. And Indigo Parallel, 105 out of 150 for San Francisco, Brandon Crawford. Brandon Crawford. All right, throw down, flip it, and reverse it. Let's see what we got in the box. All right. So box number 3. There's Jose Altuve, fortune teller card. And 23 years. A long time. Here come the judge. I mean, let's face it, Yankees, Red Sox games, some of those take 23 years. But 23 years, that's a long time not to watch baseball. That is nice. That is as good as a hit. I got to pull up. I don't remember what code this is. I think I know what it is, but I want to be right. I just, I like using group break checklists for a lot of stuff, but when it comes to your short print variations and all that stuff, Cardboard Connection, definitely the place to go. And they don't give me nothing to say that. Let's see. So Gypsy Queen, checklist. I just want to get the variation guide here. What code number is this? Okay. Okay. That's the one I thought it was. The league's not fixed. What do you think it is? The NBA? World Boxing Association? No. Yankees just would always buy everybody back then. And you know what? That strategy didn't always work. I like what they're doing now with their farm system and building from within. I think they've done an outstanding job, and now that we know Mike Trout isn't going to be offered $500 million from them, I'm sure they'll try to pick up a few extra pieces along the way. So we got Paul DeYoung, Patrick Corbin, and there we go. Tommy Lasorda. It's going to be the old-timer short print in this one. Scott Kingery, Taylor Ward, Ramon Laureano. Nice one for the A's there. This is a good one to keep your eyes out on. Got Ryan Braun. Yeah, we know how we got that Braun. Brian Anderson, Jake Cave, Matt Olson, Ángel de los Santos, Jose Leclerc, who actually made my fantasy team, Xander Bogaerts. Of course, I didn't actually draft my fantasy team. I missed the draft, as I usually do. I think I've drafted a baseball team like once in the last 5 years. It's pretty bad. But I'm still usually first and second in that league. There's Jeff McNeil. Again, he's a hustler. Matt Chapman. And Mookie Betts. Players Weekend Image. Check out on the back of the jersey. It says Mookie. That was kind of the giveaway, but I just wanted to make sure. Mookie Betts, Players Weekend Image variation for the Red Sox. So not the shortest of super short prints, but 1 in every 139 packs means that you only see 1 or 2 in a case. So it's still pretty scarce. And this one's going to go to Boston. Stack number 1. So now we're looking for some ink. And we've already seen a couple Rays. All right, Jake Bauers, rookie auto, still showing up as Rays in Gypsy Queen. I'm sure that's going to stop soon if it hasn't already. And you also got Whit Merrifield of the Royals. And Daniel Mangden of the A's. So what's this box going to bring us? Well, we got Blake Snell, fortune teller. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad there. All right. It's not a hit, but it's not bad. It's not a short print, but it's a decent pile. It's a name I like. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Oh, Scott Lamaglio, did you go to bed? I hope you watched the replay full out. All right, here we go. Simber. Jacob deGrom. Chris Davis, who's like the worst batter in baseball right now. It's awful. Yasiel Puig as a red there. He's smiling. He's a joker. They say jokers are wild. Got Chris Bryant, Francisco Mejia. And who's this guy? Diamondbacks. Missing the nameplate. David Peralta. And moving right along. Bueller. There's Manny Machado. Astros. Kyle Tucker. It's not bad there. 151 out of 250. So we got a little blue action. Kyle Tucker. And we got anything else fun left? Nicholas Castellanos in his walk year this year. You think he'll get a nice little extension? I don't know. They seem to be going around. So, Jose Ramirez. Miles Mikolas. He was another extended player this offseason. Jose Peraza. Mike, my pants are on fires. What's happening? And, oh, look at that. Luis Urias, black and white parallel. 5 out of 50. I know, I act surprised even though I saw it earlier, right? Luis Urias, number 250 for the Padres. An autograph like that would be nice too, right? Or maybe it'll happen. Who knows? That's a start. And our autograph is going to be blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-da. Pirates. Colin Moran. 96 out of 150. So hopefully he can get a few trades with some of the things he's gotten out of this one already. We're only 3 boxes in, too. And then finishing off box number 3. Oh, the dog is getting needy. She wants to go to her bed. Hold on. Go ahead, Micklesworth. And while I'm standing up, I just want to make sure I have enough supplies to last through here. Alright, I got top loaders. What I'm missing, though, is regular sleeves. So just bear with me a second. I ran out of something. I'll be right back. I won't be gone long. Alright, this will last us probably through tomorrow, too. I'm back. Just had to pick up a couple sleeves packs to get us through the night. Alright, so who's that second autograph going to be now? So Colin Moran, Pirates, opens this out. And who is going to close it for box number 3? And we're doing a full case here. If you missed out, we got more breaks filling. So we got probably about 7 up on the board right now. Maybe 8. And we're looking to add at least 5 more. So you ain't seen nothing yet. We're planning on announcing one of our anniversary breaks, you know. Been breaking for about 5 years now. Yes, a case is 10 boxes. So we're on box 3. And we got some more to go. Aaron Nola, fortune teller. Guillerme. Yeah, we've seen just about every card